Now, in today's video, I want to talk about the 4th of July. And I want to wish you all a happy 4th of July, Independence Day if you're here in the United States celebrating as I am. But I want to share with you a little message about freedom on this day, because this holiday is one of my favorite holidays, even though I very rarely do anything for it. It's almost become more of like a spiritual holiday for me than, how 4th of July is typically celebrated in the United States. But my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's often away for a summer visit during this time of year. So, especially when I was a single mom and everything, I didn't have my daughter. It was just me. I was working, I was in school. That was like a day off. I would hang around home, I would reflect, I would make music and art, and it just kind of became like a nice day of rejuvenation and celebration, more from within. So I really love this holiday, but I like very rarely go to parties or barbecues or light off fireworks or anything. And so what freedom means to me, why I'm so proud to be an American and I love living here. For me, it's very multifaceted. That top tier there in celebration of today is that it's 4th of July. So, it's a day of independence, of freedom, that I am able to live in a country, that I have the honor and the privilege of living in a country where, as a woman, I can achieve so much. I mean, anyone can achieve so much in the United States of America, but in America, as a woman, you have so many more options than many other women have around the world. And so to live in a country where I can do the things that I do, I can wear the things that I wear, I can say the things that I say, that I can be an entrepreneur, that I can own my own business, that I can be and live my life in a way that is pleasing to me. And there's so many rights and privileges there. And I go out on runs, or I go out hiking back by my house, and the parks, the bathrooms are kept clean. So if I need to use the restroom, I have access to clean restrooms. I have access to clean water. I have access to all of those very basic life essentials, but have access to so much more. And I do believe that many of us in the United States take that for granted. I have traveled a great deal for someone my age. Actually, I did most of the traveling by the time I was in my early 20s. And so I've seen many parts of the world, and I've engaged with many cultures, and I read a lot and I study a lot, and I know what it means to be an American, to live in America, to be a woman in America in this day and age. And so I'm so grateful for that. And those are freedoms that are worth fighting for. They're worth protecting. And I'm so grateful to all those who have served and serve to protect these rights and freedoms. And what freedom also means to me, beyond just those basic rights as a human being, that I get to enjoy in the United States, but the freedoms as an individual, right? Your freedom to live your life in your own unique individual way, to be free from abuse, to be free, financially free, to feel spiritually free, all of these other types of freedoms, to feel free from your addictions, and these types of freedoms. Like, what freedom means to me, and that's the second level to why this day is so important to me, is how many freedoms I've been able to achieve through the art of transformation, as I like to call it. And it's what I'm an advocate for in all the work that I do, is dreaming big, and also being willing to look at oneself from a place of curiosity, not criticism. And the more that we can do that, and the more that we are willing to look very rawly at ourselves, to see where do we have problems, right? Where do we overindulge? Where do we let ourselves slip? Where do we have no control? What is holding us back? what of our own behaviors, habits, routines, rituals, relationships, hobbies, um, you know, what are the things that are contributing to our current state in life? And it's a journey, it's a process. I'm fully aware, and we all come from a starting place that is our own, and we are presently wherever we're at along that journey, and only we see the vision and know the vision for where we can go in the future. And so the things that I've been able to free myself from, and some things, I continue to strive to free myself from, as we all do along our journey. Each and every time I gain one more aspect of myself that I'm now empowered within, and I can master that, and I can have freedom within it, and I'm no longer chained down by even my own self-imposed weaknesses or limitations. And then rising above that and gaining that control, it is freedom. It's freedom to live in the most optimal way. And there's even, freedom in the future. If we choose it, it's like, if we have to choose to know that we cannot control other people around us, we cannot control the thoughts, the actions, and future outcomes of others, but we know that the future, we can have freedom by looking at whatever it is that it is our ideal of a dream life, of a life of freedom. What does that look like? And then saying, what would be required to have that? And then how can I start doing that every day now? And so it's like, even we can even be blessed with the concept of freedom in our future, but it's a choice. We have to choose it. We have to choose to be free from addictions. We have to choose to be free from toxic relationships. We have to choose to be free from toxic habits, routines, rituals, mindsets. Let it go so you can rise above it. So this is what freedom is to me. It's freedom from the parameters that I see others try to place upon me, right? It's freedom to be the kind of person that I want to be. That freedom means you can wear what you want and do the things that you want, live the way that you want, speak the way that you want, and you have the right to do that. And I'm not talking about going around just, abusing people. I'm saying what you want, as in never being silenced for your own personal truths, or for your ideas or opinions or things that you want to challenge. And it's freedom financially to not be worried that you're not going to be able to pay your bills, or you're not going to be able to buy your children what they need. Or I have known that those feelings of financial stress, and it's like, man, if there's nothing else that could crush you better than the chokehold of debt and financial restriction. It's like, wow, it can do so much damage in a home, in a marriage, within an individual. And so, it's financial freedom to not be ever again in that place, and to have enough, and to be able to have more than enough, and to have enough, more than enough, and so much to give. The more that we have, the more that we can give. The more that we know, the more that we can share and we can teach. Freedom is the ability to do that, to have access to all the privileges that I have, internet. I can learn anything. We can learn anything in this day and age. It's wild. And people complain about the cost of college degrees, but hell, we have freedom to get a college degree, and I'm proud of my degree. and my other degrees and certifications. And I don't think education is a waste. I don't. I think there could be some positive changes to the system. I don't think sending people out into the world with debt that's going to take them 15 years, 10 years, or more, or whatever, to pay off is a great idea. However, I think college is good. I think it's important to educate yourself, to expose yourself to a wide array of subject matter, of content, of history, to have a basic understanding of things, culture even. I mean, people ride that off, but if you want to climb any kind of ladder, you want to build any kind of business, you want to end up in circles with wealthy and elite, I imagine they would like to talk about things that are interesting and intellectual. So it's important to know these things. You can't just write that off. To be a person of knowledge, of intelligence, of culture, of manners, or of grace, and that doesn't mean you need to be perfect all the time, but to learn how to expand your mind, to expand your person in every way possible. And we have the freedoms to do that. So why aren't we doing it? And how many people in the world could benefit from Americans beginning to set a better example? We have all the privileges here to do so many amazing things. Yet Americans have such a bad reputation amongst many other peoples around the world. That's sad. That's not how it should be. And so I would like to see freedom for everyone, for freedom for the world, where at least the basics are met everywhere. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So there's a lot of sadness and things and war and crime and tragedy that occurs so many places. And here in America, we have the opportunity to begin to change that through the way that we live, through the way that we speak, the way that we treat others, the way that we treat even people of other cultures, of other ethnicities and races that are American citizens, that are living here in America. They're an American citizen. Like everyone at home and abroad, should look to, I think, should be able to see America and Americans as an example. And it's something to work towards, but those are just my expanded, world dreams. But it starts from as the individual, and we can positively impact our families and our friends, our social networks, our church groups, or whatever you engage in, and we have the opportunity to be a positive influence and a leader even within our own lives, and then within our communities, and then within the nation, and then within the world. And before you know it, there is a ripple effect that we can make a change. So this is what freedom means to me. It's freedom to be a human, to make mistakes, to rise and to fall, to learn and grow, and to be able to be the person that you want to be, and live the way that you want to live, and love who you want to love, and look the way that you want to look, and that it be okay to be different shapes, colors, sizes, and every other variation of a human being on this planet, that it's okay to be those things and to do as you see fit, as long as it's not harming other people. And it's financial freedom, it's freedom for my future, it's freedom of speech, of expression. But I am proud to be an American, and I'm proud to be a woman, and I'm proud to be a wife, and I'm proud to be a mother, and I'm proud to be a daughter of God, and I'm proud to be a family member and a friend to the people that I love, the people that support me again and again and again. And then I'm just so grateful for all of these things and all of these many blessings. And I'm also grateful for all of you and the people that support my work and this channel. And I wish you all a happy Independence Day, a 4th of July, and I'm sending you my love. As always, much love, and I'll catch you next time.